Some people asked me to suggest a spiritual response to the crisis that we are facing today. And so I want to tell a story. There was a sadhu in a particular village, and he had a practice of meditating. So one night when he was meditating, he saw Lord Yama, who is the Lord of Death and a wonderful teacher, sneak into the village. So he asked Lord Yama, what are you doing here? And Lord Yama said, I'm on duty. I have come because 3 people are going to die tomorrow and I have to take them with me. So the sadhu said, well, can it not be avoided? And he said, well, the karma is up. I have to do my duty. Okay. So the sadhu did namaskara to Lord Yama and continued with his meditation. So as it turned out, the next day, 3 people indeed died in the village because of the virus. But then something interesting happened. The next day and the day after, lot of people started to die in that village. So the sadhu was really puzzled. How could Lord Yama let me down? He said he was going to take only 3. So again he meditated, and in his vision, Lord Yama came. And so he asked him, well, you were supposed to take only 3 people. Then how do you explain this? And Lord Yama said, that's right. I had come to take only 3 people. The other people killed themselves because of fear and anxiety. They were not supposed to die. So, point of the story is really that fear and anxiety are far more contagious and infectious than even a virus. The first thing that we can do is to connect with each other, not out of fear and anxiety, but to support each other. The second point I want to make is remind us about the teachings from Bhagavad Gita in terms of taking responsibility for our actions and showing kaushalam, a certain competence in our actions that conform to dharma. So we try to do the right thing if we are working from home, or we are stocking provisions, not hoarding them, and try and bring in universal values and principles into our actions. We were never the controller of any actions, but always we have the power to contribute to each and every action, individual or collective. And so this is the time to not blame, but to do what we can and focus more on what we can do rather than on what we cannot do. Thirdly, the Bhagavad Gita reminds us with a verse, Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkhadaha agama paino nityaha tanstitikshasva bharata, which means that any experience is agama pai. So whether it is cold, heat, any crisis or a calm situation, every experience comes and goes. It is an event in time, it started and it will end in time. So seeing the reality of this too shall pass is important. And therefore, in responding to the situation, we are discovering how we can be bigger than the given situation. Because when we go to the other side, a few weeks, a few months later, we will be proud of the way in which we have handled this situation as a community, as a country, as the world. And we will also resolve that we do what we can to improve the healthcare systems and also improve our immune system at an individual level. And the fourth thing I want to say is pray. Prayer in any culture, any religion, any language, any dialect, short or long, brief or elaborate, is very powerful. Because every prayer is a karma, it gives results, and we need results in the form of grace. We need to deal with this pandemic in a way that is effective. We are connected to everyone across this world through our act of praying. I want to chant a universal prayer which is for all of humanity. Very beautiful prayer in Sanskrit. Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukh Abhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. May we be safe and may we be well, and may we take all the precautions that are necessary medically to be able to deal with this pandemic. Om.